complete and really realize God's original dream. So one day, it's up to us. Not even Heavenly Parent can say when it will happen. It's up to us now. When this world of goodness can be realized, right? When human beings all can truly realize and practice goodness. So that's why the culture we need to change, right? The practice is slowly. That's why we need to increase continuously people who are practicing goodness until one day, right? Really, Heavenly Parents' dream will be realized. This is truly amazing, right? Heavenly Parents' dream and desire is to really build the world of goodness. The same is true with all of us, human beings. We have this innate nature that is really, deeply rooted in our, original mind, in our hearts. That's why one day, that's why as we continue to study and learn through parents' words, this desire and, yung, anong tawag doon, yung pan natin, yung desire natin, yung eagerness natin to become good people, it is being, na nag-increase siya, and then one day, and then once it is, it is like na awaken and really we have this very desperate heart, then we can really practice it. So we can really become such people that Heavenly Parent is really, really desiring for. Aju, that's why this is really amazing truth. This is really amazing truth. So there is really great hope, and it's really up to us when that dream of Heavenly Parents can be realized. As all people desires goodness. Father said we need to fulfill our duty of filial piety and loyalty to our vertical Heavenly Parent. It may be important to live in affluence and to become somebody significant. However, more than anything else, we need to fulfill our duty of filial piety and loyalty to our vertical Heavenly Parent. We need to surpass the saints in our devotion to God. This is how human beings can begin to fulfill their original purpose. Further, God created us so that He could meet such people. We have such a purpose to fulfill. After fulfilling it, we should become filial children to our natural parents. We absolutely have to become one with them and live with them. So, more than anything else, we need to fulfill our duty of filial piety and loyalty to our vertical Heavenly Parent. So more than anything else, of course, Father is saying here, it may be important to live affluence and to become somebody insignificant. So it's important. Also, we desire, to live and, life, affluence life, meaning we have also the basic things, material things, this, and become, human beings are desiring to become significant in this world, right? Gusto natin palaging special. We always wanted to be recognized. Gusto natin sikat tayo. We have this also nature in us, right? We have this nature also in us. Human beings, like the children, they want to be recognized. We have this original nature. But because of, the influence of the society and, the individualistic mind that we have because of the fall, this became too much. Gusto na lang natin na tayo palagi ang number one, palagi ang nare-recognize, and then when we are not being recognized, we feel jealous, right? This kind of, because of too much individualistic, thinking, right? But actually, we have also this nature talaga when God created us. So it's important, sabi ni Father, but more than this, we need to fulfill our duty of filial piety and loyalty to our Heavenly Parent. Father is telling us we need to surpass the saints in our devotion to God. So when we study the life of the saints and sages that came before us, actually we were amazed with how much they have lived their life. How much they have lived their life in the past, right? How much they have offered their devotion, their dedication. So sometimes when we reflect, like we still couldn't maybe reach their devotion. Kaya nga sabi ni Father, in order for us to fulfill our duty of becoming or being filial, our duty of, practicing filial piety and loyalty to our Heavenly Parent, we need to surpass the saints in their devotion. We need to surpass them. Otherwise, if we will just reach what they have, practiced, then how can we become filial? Even more than the saints, right? So we have to surpass them. Father said, so this is how human beings can begin to fulfill their original purpose. So once we live our life surpassing the devotion of the saints, then this is the beginning, just the beginning, even Father is saying here, this will just be the beginning for human beings to fulfill the original purpose. So further, God created us so that He could meet such people. Why God created us? So that, we can meet such people who are offering the greatest devotion and really fulfilling their duty to become, filial sons and daughters. Aju? So Father said, after we fulfill it, then we will become filial children to our natural parents. And then we absolutely have to become one with them and live with them. So we will become one with Heavenly Parent, not only become one, but we will live with them, right? If we love our parents, parents love their children, they always want to be together, right? Not only that, seldom you see each other one at a time, once in a while you meet each other, but actually you want to be with them and never be separated, right? This is what Heavenly Parents wanted. And then this is also what we human beings originally desire, because we are Heavenly Parents' children. As a parent and child, this is the center of the universe. It is inseparable. So human beings' desire and Heavenly Parents' desire is to be always together, to be always one. Aju, that's why by fulfilling our duty, then we can be one with Heavenly Parents, and then we can live with Heavenly Parent. When we go to the spiritual world, right, then we can always be with Heavenly Parent. That what is greatest than that, right? What is greatest than that? That is the greatest thing, right? To be with our Heavenly Parent every moment, every second. Aju, so we have to fulfill our duty no matter what. Father said, the heart of love makes happiness eternal. When people feel good, they want to share their joy with their parents, siblings, and relatives. Feeling good is happiness. Happiness is eternal, and what makes it eternal is the heart of love. The center of the universe is the parent-child relationship between God and me. God is my Father, and I am His Son. My ultimate purpose in life is feeling the infinite joy that comes from finding our Father and forming an inseparable relationship with Him. So, Father said, the heart of love makes happiness eternal. As human beings were created, we are all longing for happiness. Our life's journey is to search for that happiness that all human beings are desiring for. That's why in the beginning, in the principle, right, what is the purpose of, our human beings' desire? What is really the main purpose of our life, right? To be happy. Even Heavenly Parent created everything to experience joy as the source of, everything, source of life. Our Heavenly Parent, His ultimate desire also to feel and experience joy. So the same is true as the object partners of Heavenly Parent. But, Father said, happiness, happiness is eternal. And what makes it eternal is the heart of love. So without love, we cannot experience happiness. And then the happiness, that's why people's happiness, in their own definition, this is just temporary. People thought they are happy when they do something, right? They feel happy in just a short period of time. It's just temporary happiness. This happiness that people are experiencing nowadays, these are happiness that is not eternal. These are happiness that is only temporary. Today they are happy, tomorrow they're not, right? This is the situation of humanity. This is the situation of human beings. Why? Because how can we experience eternal happiness? It's only through the heart of love. So without love, happiness can never be eternal. That's why in our journey of life, right? How can we develop such a heart of love? Kaya nga ito nga yung kulang sa society natin, right? People now becoming so much intelligent with the advancement also of science and technology. People knows, they can do anything. But the most important there, where is the love, right? So if people become very intelligent, they can do everything, but without love, what happens? Right? They will just do anything, and then it even destroys the world now, our society, our nation. And then not only that, they destroy their own life. They destroy their families, right? Without love. So the heart of love is the most important for people to be happy. So the center of the universe is the parent-child relationship, Father said, between God and me. God is my Father and I am His Son. So my ultimate purpose in life is feeling the infinite joy that comes from finding our Father and forming an inseparable relationship with Him. So in order for people to be happy and experience this eternal happiness, so we need to experience this infinite joy that only comes from finding our Heavenly Parent, right? And forming an inseparable relationship with Him. So that's why even how much people do, anything in this world based on their intellect, whatever they have, if they are separated from Heavenly Parent, all the joy that people are experiencing are just temporary, right? That's why people are happy today, tomorrow they're sad, another day they're happy, and then another day they're lonely, they're isolated. This kind of situation with what we are experiencing now, because people cannot really experience the eternal happiness because they are separated from Heavenly Parents. So this happiness, this ultimate and infinite joy that is eternal can only be experienced when we are one with our Heavenly Parent. As you, that's why ultimately how to develop such heart of love, and then centering on our Heavenly Parent. And then naturally we can love people, we can love our spouse, our family, brothers and sisters around us. Once this relationship as the center of the universe is intact, parent-child relationship with our Heavenly Parent, and then human beings can experience infinite joy. Aju, that's why despite the situation now, whatever situations we have now, if we can always feel the Heavenly Parents in us, there's very clear, we will not feel lonely as what many people now are experiencing, losing hope, and then they commit suicide because of this, right? So they cannot feel. So without having a parent in our life, without this parent-child relationship intact, people can never experience true joy and true happiness. Jew, true Father said, where there is devotion, it creates the power of attraction. What is the greatest hope of humankind? The biblical passage that states, and now faith, hope, and love abide. But the greatest of this is love, is so true. From the book of 1 Corinthians 13:13. Yet, people do not fully understand the content of this message. You need to understand clearly that the universe protects and nurtures what is good, and that freedom, liberation, and peace abide there. That is because where there is devotion, it creates the power of attraction. That's why really most important, what is most important now? What is really God looking for? Our heart of devotion. If there is, Father saying here, when there is devotion, it creates the power of attraction. If we are, this desperation, the desperate heart, you really offer, your absolute devotion to heaven. You can move heaven, even mountains you can move. Meaning whatever situations you want to break through in our life this time, especially this time that we are living in the 9th year of Channel Book. And then the spiritual world is directly working. More than 500 billions of absolute good spirits are working on earth. Our 430 generations and all our ancestors, after we liberate them, where are they? They are here with us. They are in every step of the task that we are doing. In everything that we are doing, they are there. They are always with us to protect us, to help us. As we are thinking to do something and break through something, immediately our ancestors are always one step ahead of us. So what else can we ask for in this time we are living in? So what is lacking sometimes, why our heart's desire is not being realized, is not being fulfilled? Because of lacking of devotion. This is the only thing now, right? So if there is enough, devotion that we are doing, Sometimes we are not sleeping anymore, right? Just we sacrifice sleep, we sacrifice many things to offer our dedication, our devotion, fulfilling our mission, our responsibility. Then what happens? It creates power of attraction. It attracts positive things. It attracts the entire spiritual world. Then what will be the end result? Your ultimate desire will surely be realized. Aju, that's why if only we have enough devotion, even surpass what God's expectation, naturally God cannot do anything but He needs to come down. That is the principle. That is heavenly law, right? So if still, things are not happening in our life, what is lacking is our devotion. Aju, that's why Father said you need to understand clearly that the universe protects and nurtures what is good, and that freedom, liberation, and peace abide there. So this is the law of the universe. People who are striving to do good things. Before, mayroon nyo tayong kasabihan dati na masamang damo, mahirap mamatay. Before, in the time of indemnity era, dati ang parang always on the top are evil people, bad people, sila palagi. But now, already the world turned upside down because of the foundations of goodness, because of the foundations of true parents that have laid, because of all the indemnities they have paid. Right? So now, righteous people are now the ones on the top. Right? So if we do good, this is actually the law of the universe. They protect and nurture what is good. People who are doing and practicing goodness. And that where freedom and liberation and peace abide. Right? So Father said, now, really, if we, have the devotion, enough devotion, so whatever we desire, even as a nation now, if we have this enough devotion, what will going to happen to our nation? It will one day really be restored. We can attract heavenly fortune. Then the entire spiritual world will come down. All our ancestors will work. And then really miracle will happen day after day after day. So if we believe, and then we offer our heart of devotion, our dedication, for sure, right? We can accomplish our nation's mission. And all of us, blessed and our families, can really become blessed families that can really make heaven proud, that can really make our heavenly parent proud. And then we can be able to bring all people of our nation and can be embraced by our heavenly parent and our true parents. That's why what is lacking sometimes in us, our heart of devotion, our dedication, right? If only heaven can see, then naturally, as it is the law of the universe, naturally, things will change. It will happen. Even God don't want to come down, He will come down. The entire spiritual world. This is amazing. So everything now is up to us. It is now time for us to perform. It is now time for us to do and fulfill our responsibility. This is now the believer's responsibility. Already true parents have fulfilled their mission, have fulfilled what they need to fulfill. So it is now time, it's now our time to really, to shine. So everything is now on our hands. So let's really do our best. More than what we have given. This is now the best time that Heavenly Parent want to recognize us, the filial sons and daughters. Right? This is now the time, brothers and sisters, to be able to really complete everything. Father said, what is the purpose that will remain in the end? What should be our purpose as human beings? Rather than pursuing one's purpose as an individual, the purpose of one's family or social organization, the purpose of one's nation or of the world, or even that of heaven and earth, we should move forward toward God and the goal and purpose we share in common with Him. What is the purpose that will remain in the end? Purposes that are merely for the individual, family, society, nation, or world will surely pass away. At the very end, after everything else is gone, what will endure is the purpose pursued jointly by God and humankind. Only such a purpose can remain until the final chapter of history. Wow, this is amazing. This is very, very important point for us to understand. What is the purpose that will remain in the end? That's why actually, everything that we can see now, even our life, originated from Heavenly Parent. Every creature is connected to Heavenly Parent, meaning the center of the world, the cosmos, is Heavenly Parent. Everything that was created is connected to Heavenly Parent. So even though now, so Father is saying here, what will remain in the end? So, sabi ni Father dito, at the very end, after everything else is gone, what will endure is the purpose pursued jointly by God and humankind. So sabi ni Father dito, rather than pursuing, one's purpose as an individual, the purpose of one's family or social organization, the purpose of one's nation or of the world, or even that of heaven and earth, we should move forward toward God and the goal and purpose we share in common with Him. So whatever we do, we have to, always join together with our Heavenly Parent what really Heavenly Parent want to accomplish. Kaya nga, if we are separated with Heavenly Parent, there's no meaning actually what we are doing. In the end, all these things will pass away. Like Father said, purposes that are merely for the individual, even for the family, for the society, even for the nation or for the world, will surely pass away if it's not connected to Heavenly Parent. Aju? That's why what we need to do is, the thing jointly with our Heavenly Parents we need to accomplish. This is really very important point. Father said, only such a purpose can remain until the final chapter of history. That's why now our true parents, what they are pursuing, this is their desire with our Heavenly Parent. This is Heavenly Parent's ultimate desire. That's why whatever true parents have gone through, can you imagine? We cannot imagine actually the course that true parents have gone through. But, many people were saying when Father Moon will go to the spiritual world, Unification Church will collapse. Unification Church will disappear. But why now? Even, even double or triple the foundation that true parents have laid while Father is here, we cannot imagine now the foundation. Right? Mothers working on earth, true fathers working in the spiritual world more than 24 hours a day. So, what the world is saying now. So the people now cannot say anything anymore. That's why now, heads of states, prime ministers, presidents, religious leaders, everybody now is coming to our movement. They cannot say anything anymore because they cannot, see what they are predicting before. And then what their prediction even surpassed actually, their prediction became impossible anymore to happen. So everybody now is coming to our movement, right? So because true parents, what they are pursuing is the ultimate desire of heaven, the ultimate desire of Heavenly Parents. So the same is true with us. So whatever challenges and difficulties we go through and we experience in our life, since we are doing this jointly with our Heavenly Parent and true parents, we will overcome anything. Until the very end, we will stand firm and together until Kingdom of Heaven will be realized. We will be with our Heavenly Parent and true parents. Aju? Aju. That's why how much we are really grateful and proud that we are, doing together with our Heavenly Parent and true parents, with our true mother now on earth. What we are doing will be eternal. That's why we are really historical people, whether we like it or not. Even we have many difficulties in our life, right? We are historical people. We are working together with Heavenly Parent. We are working together with our true parents. Aju, that's why let's endure continuously and, gather greater determination and devotion each day. Aju, and then until we realize Heavenly Parent's dream, even most, if we can, in even the shortest possible time, even before 2027, then we can really liberate Heavenly Parents and true parents' heart. Aju, so what remains in the end is only what we are doing jointly together with our Heavenly Parent and true parents. Aju? So Father said, what is your heart's final destination? What is your heart's final destination where it can settle? Even when you have found God and made Him yours, your heart would not want to rest there. Your heart's final destination is where you possess not only God, but also His love. If you fail to possess His love, everything will be in vain. What is the final purpose of life? The issue is not whether we can meet God, the center of heaven. It is whether we can live together with Him. In what kind of place can we meet Him and live with Him? That core place is the place of His love. Therefore, the greatest aspiration of the human conscience is to follow heavenly fortune, become one with God, and possess His love. So, yun nga, not enough to meet God. Sometimes we are doing our mission so we can meet God. But actually, not only to meet God. Father said, if you fail to possess His love, everything will be in vain. Kaya nga, ang gusto natin, what we are doing is to be with God, for eternity. This is actually our heart's final, destination, an ultimate desire. So that's why sabi ni Father, even we found God, and then we make Him ours, but your heart would not want to rest there. Your heart's final destination is where you possess not only God, but also His love. So how can we, possess God's love? So starting in our own family, with the 4 kinds of love: parents' love, children's love, siblings' love, and then what else? Conjugal love. This is the totality of God's love, these 4 kinds of love. So once we possess in our family, it will just naturally expand in our society because family is the smallest unit, right? So pag na-practice natin yan dyan, yung 4 na klase ng pagmamahal, then we possess God's love, right? And then naturally we can practice this to our society, to our community, to our nation, to the world. So once we, possess God's love, so we don't only meet God, but we can be one with Heavenly Parent until we go to the spiritual world. Kaya nga sabi ni Father, not only to meet God. Sometimes you are praying, how can I meet God? Right? But actually, that is not the final, desire that we have. But to be with God for eternity. Right? And live together every moment. Without, separated. Di ba? To be together all the time. This is actually our ultimate desire. Heart's final destination. That's why through God's love, this is the only way without possessing God's love. Right? Kaya nga, tayo ngayon as the central families, we are trying our best. We need to build ideal family no matter what. And then where these 4 kinds of love be experienced. We have many difficulties in our own families before. Kaya nga tayo, when we started to learn the principle, now we determine, right? We will going to build such a family where God's love can dwell. And then these 4 kinds of love can be, can be felt by each member of the family. Like remember, was it yesterday that Father said, the family is the bundle of love, right? When you remove that like string that, nakatali doon, and then beautiful, wonderful grandparents will pop out. Father said, then wonderful parents will pop out. Then wonderful children will pop out. So this is the family bundle of love, because that's where heavenly parents can fully be manifested through the 4 kinds of love. That's why this is the ultimate thing. So once we experience this, then we can always be with Heavenly Parent all the time, 24 hours a day, even while we are living here in the physical world, until we go to the spiritual world. So this is the greatest aspiration of the human conscience. Father said, to follow heavenly fortune, become one with God, and possess His love. That's why, really, the family, this is really the place where God's love can be manifested fully and be experienced by each member of the family. And then if all families are like this, naturally, it will just be natural. When you go out to the bigger society, you will always share that love of Heavenly Parent. But without love, sabi ni Father, if you fail to possess His love, everything will be in vain. Kahit ano pa sa tingin natin na-accomplish natin. Right? This is really amazing. This is human beings' ultimate desire, to be with Heavenly Parent all the time. Father said the ultimate human desire is to become an object partner of love to the greatest being. Looking at yourselves, none of you wants to live your life alone and die alone. Every person has a different appearance, but human beings have deep in their hearts the aspiration to become global citizens, people whom the world pays attention to. In fact, this is the course of life that all human beings should follow. It is quite normal to have such an aspiration and pursue it. This is because the ultimate human desire is to become an object partner of love to the greatest being. This greatest one is God, our Father. We can see how we are living our life ngayon. Sometimes, we always wanted to be close to someone in the center position. Minsan, di ba, kahit sa mga trabaho, minsan, meron nga tayong sinasabi na pasip-sip ito. So, actually, human beings, they have this desire to become, to have this, to become really the object partner of that ultimate being. Kaya nga tayo sa mga boss natin, sa mga nagtatrabaho, gusto nating malapit sa boss, malapit sa leader natin, right? Gusto natin yun palagi. This is our desire talaga ito ng tao. The main purpose of this desire is human beings wanted to be always become the, the ultimate object partner of love to the greatest being, who is our heavenly parent. Ito actually yung desire ng lahat ng tao, all of us. That's why we can see in daily practice of everyday life of human being. Nakikita natin ito. This is within us. So ultimate desire talaga natin is to become the object partner of love of the greatest being of our heavenly parent. Right? That's why today's topic is, we need to practice our duty. Because of the fall, naging ignorante ang tao. Hindi na nila alam. Then they cut off their relationship with heavenly parent. That's why human beings can never be happy. Only the temporary joy they can experience in their life. But never they were contented. Continuously they are striving. They change religion. They change what they are doing in life. Why change became permanent in this world? Because human beings cannot really find the ultimate desire of their heart. What is that ultimate desire? To become filial sons and daughters of heavenly parent. To become the perfect object partner of love to the greatest being of our heavenly parent. This is our ultimate heart's desire. Jew? That's why now how grateful we are. We could learn about this. This is the ultimate also desire of heavenly parent. And human beings also as children. This is our ultimate desire. How beautiful it is, right? That's why we can see in our everyday life. Kaya sabi ng mga tao, pasip-sip ito sa boss natin, pasip-sip ito sa leader natin, because this is our heart's ultimate desire. We want to become the perfect object partner of love with the greatest being of our heavenly parent. Jew, such amazing truth we are learning, right? That's why our beloved central families, brothers and sisters, we are now living in the most precious time that this ultimate desire of our heart can be realized, can be substantialized. This ultimate desire of heavenly parent can be realized. It's now just up to us how to fulfill our duty of becoming filial sons and daughters, fulfilling our responsibility as a family, not only as an individual now. There's no more, individual concept now. As a family, let's work together as brothers and sisters, as one community. Let's really realize heavenly parent's dream. Let's fulfill our family's responsibility. All of us. And then automatically as a community, we can offer to heavenly parent. And then we can be able to really restore our nation, bring all the families back, and be able to really embrace by heavenly parent. And then they can become also the object partner of love of our heavenly parent. This is heavenly parent's ultimate desire. This is also all of us' ultimate desire. So no matter what, really this is now the time. Really we are truly, truly grateful to our heavenly parent and true parents living in this time. Even the saints and sages now, they want to come back on earth and really take part in this historic and then once in history that happened. That's why this time now, this era where we are living in, this is only once in history. Never happened in the past and will never happen again in the future. It's only in our time today. Aju, that's how lucky we are. If we realize this, we can break through any situations, and then we can fulfill our responsibility without doubt. We can truly become victorious, historical people that heavenly parent and true parents and our descendants can be proud of. Aju, So let's really do our best and really offer our gratitude to Heavenly Parents and true parents. Heavenly Parents and true parents, thank you very much to all our beloved blessed families, brothers and sisters that really bring victory for our nation and for the world and for Heavenly Parents and true parents. May Heavenly Parents' love and blessings be upon you and your families. Let's have a great day today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Reverend Leah Angelo Halog, for continuously reminding us of our heavenly mission and calling through this morning devotion. Truly, we need to take in heart our life into practicing goodness through our devotion and love for heavenly parents and true parents by helping our true mother in reaching and raising up and blessing people. So once again, thank you so much, Reverend Leo Angelo Harlog. Let's give him our virtual applause. Thank you so much, Paul. And now, let's hear some reflections of our brothers and sisters. First of all, is there anyone who wants to volunteer and share their reflections? Maybe none. So I will call on our first reflector for today. Let's welcome Masayoshi Rima, one of our second generation from Albay.
Yes. Good morning, Heavenly Parents. Good morning, brothers and sisters. So, for my reflection about loyal and filial piety. So, sabi nga, diba, about so goodness is all human beings desire for goodness. Nasa original mind na natin yan. Pero unfortunately nga, so it is hard kasi because of our fallen nature. Yung nga sabi, there is no one on earth who does not desire to be good. So wala naman, if we base on our original mind talaga, yun nga, no, wala naman, sabi nga diba sa first line of the divine principle, everyone struggling to attain happiness and avoid misfortune. So the importance of fulfilling our filial piety is to is to first to surpass, kailangan daw is masurpass natin yung mga saints in terms of yung devotion na ginawa nila. Yun. So by fulfilling our duty daw, we can become one with our God and heavenly parents. If there's enough devotion daw, it can it creates a power of attraction. So our purpose now is we should move forward toward God, and the goal and our purpose is to share to have a common goal with God. So in our purpose now, throughout history, there are many people naman who are finding purpose in life. Like may mga nakakontribute sila through science, technology, philosophy, gano'n. And yun nga, marami din mga tao na nag-wander aimlessly. Pero yung mga gano'n na sinesearch nilang purpose, in that sense daw, nawawala lang daw yun kasi hindi siya aligned sa purpose ni God. So very important din na we as humanity have a common goal. And then kailangan, very important dyan ang unity. So first and foremost, dapat sa individual muna, family, nation, world. In that order, dapat naka-align siya kay God. So, yun, very important. And yung mga, like yun nga, sinasabi na, yun hanggang magre-remain siya hanggang to the end of history. Hindi tulad sa mga individualistic purposes natin sa life na mawawala lang din, which is not eternal and temporary lang. So, yun. Our final purpose though is it's not whether we can meet God, but rather it is whether if we can live together with God. Because and then kung saan si God, andyan yung love, that is the core place God. So ang kailangan din natin is we should share our God's love to everyone. Yun na, yung ultimate desire naman ng humanity is to be an object partner to God. Yan lang po.
Thank you so much, Masaya Shirima, for sharing us your inspiring reflection. So, next reflection, let's welcome Shin Darren Basabe, one also a second generation from Alpine.
Okay, so good morning, Heavenly Parent and true parents, to our national leader, Reverend Leo Angel Halog, to our elders and brothers and sisters, a pleasant morning to everyone. So after listening to the topic given by our national leader, there is one main point that uh, he wants to emphasize. That is the word love. Since as a human being created by God, we are creations that reflect the image of God, God of love. So since God is a God of love, we as his sons and daughters also desire love. Sometimes when I read the success story of many successful persons in the world, there are commonalities in their reflection. It is that money is not everything. Even after they become successful, they always say that they should have spent more time with their loved ones, their families, their childrens, and cared more for other people. So even if they already reached the pinnacle of success, as a being of love, we cannot deny the fact that we cannot be contented if we do not live a life full of love. That is why love indeed is really important. Just as what true parents said, and now faith, I just want to quote this, and now faith, hope and love abide. The greatest is love. So no matter what we do, even though if we have faith, hope, and love, the most important thing is love. So no matter what we do, we would always seek love since we beings are beings of love. Moreover, I want to emphasize in the one that uh, Sir, our national leader said that our heart's final destination is where you possess not only God but also His love. And for us to embody the love of God, we need to be able to connect with true parents as the representative sent by God here on earth. Devotion is very important, so we need to be able to live a life together with God, Heavenly Parent, and parents. So for this reason, if we are separated from true parents, everything will pass away. Even if we accomplish many things in our life, money, fame, glory, pride, everything is nothing if we do not possess love within ourselves. That is why what is most important is to live a life full of love. Yeah, I think that is my reflection.
Thank you so much, Shin Darren Basabe, for your inspiring reflection. So, we have a volunteer who wants to share his reflection. So, let's welcome Mr. Ryan Etom from Lucena Center.
Okay, good morning everyone. Narinig ba ako dyan?
Yes, po.
Wala pings. So good morning God and true parents. Good morning Cyril A. Good morning our my beloved brothers and sisters all over the world. So reflection so this morning very touching the topic. So when I understand this topic about possessing the love of God. So when I reflect through my experiences, yeah, so I know my experiences is not enough to possess the love of God. So that's why when I hear the reflection, I just thinking how I could possess God's love, how to become a filial son to our heavenly parent. So I every time I am reflecting, every words that I have received, I just thinking, uh, ano pa kaya yung magawa ko? Ano pa kaya yung ma-offer ko sa Providence? Ano pa kaya yung kailangan kong i-endure or kailangan kong i-fulfill sa sarili ko? Kasi alam ko na yung pinaka-final destination ko, no? So, how to reach that kind of love? No, na ma-reach ko yung love ni God through fulfilling my responsibility. So, during the time also na marami din akong mga overcomings, mga challenges, that's the time I can possess the love of God. And so through denying myself in doing my mission, so that's the time I can feel also the love of God. That's why I need to do more. I need to feel more the love of God through fulfilling my responsibility every day. I know my sacrifice is not yet enough. I know my elders, even my leaders, they offer more sacrifice than me. That's why I need also to I need also to yeah, to be in I need to follow my leaders. Kasi this time I just thinking how I could become a good leader someday if hindi ko masurpass yung mga leaders ko. Yung sila kasi yung tinitingnan ko na inspiration kung paano ko din magawa yung mga breakthroughs nila, mga nagawa nila so that I could possess the love of God. So I hope I could do more. I could inspire a lot of people. I could inspire a lot of young brothers and sisters. Kasi nagsimula na din yung determination ko this time kung paano ko magiging good leader or good leader someday. So I hope I could do more for God's providence. I could give joy and happiness to our Heavenly Parent through offering my devotion, sacrifices. So I know God and true parents still trusting me, and I hope I could fulfill more my responsibility. Maybe that's all. Thank you so much. God bless everyone.
Thank you so much, Sir Ryan, for sharing your experiences and reflection in fulfilling your mission. So let's give them a round of applause. So now, to give us the final guidance, let's all welcome the Regional Vice President of Heavenly Asia Pacific to no other than Dr. Julius Malikdem.
Thank you very much, Humi. And once again, we would like to thank our national leader, Kuya LA, for this wonderful guidance this morning. So how are you, my dear brothers and sisters? So our very important guidance today, again, we are reminded of the importance of loyalty and filial piety. This is the manifestation of our love to God. You know, brothers and sisters, the vertical standard must be set first before horizontal standard can be set. So, you know, when we are building a structure, first, ang unang ginagawa natin or itinatayo yung poste, the pillars first. And then after erecting the pillars, and then we start putting up the beams, right? So in the same way, vertical standard must be set first before horizontal standard. And what is this vertical standard? Vertical standard, this is hyojong, filial love, or the heart of filial piety. You know, True Father said we need to fulfill our duty of filial piety and loyalty to our vertical true parents. So, kahit doon in-emphasize na ni True Father, vertical true parents first. So this is what True Father said. And then why, you know, this first, very important is for us to confirm that vertical relationship with our heavenly parents first. Then true father said, then our relationship with our natural parent follows. So if we start horizontally, then it cannot last long. When we focus only on horizontal relationship without setting a very strong vertical standard, then it cannot be sustained. No? That's why kung mahina yung poste, then it can sway very easily, right? So that's why, brothers and sisters, in our life of faith, very important is to set that standard first of relationship with our heavenly parents. So that is why True Mother this time, True Mother emphasized so much about Hyojong, the heart of filial piety. Because, why True Mother emphasized about Hyojong or heart of filial piety? Because, there is a limited concept of filial piety. Many are practicing filial piety out of duty, no, out of obligation. Kasi nga, anak, so no choice. I have to serve my parents. I have to attend my parents. I have to respect my parents. So it's like virtue of no choice. So that kind of filial piety is the lowest level of filial piety. So this is the limitation of filial piety. That's why True Mother added heart and love. Because the motivation why we practice loyalty and filial piety, it is because of love. That's why True Mother coined the word kyojong, putting them together. Why we attend God, why we love, why we serve God, no? Why we have filial piety towards God? Because we love God. So that should be the motivation. That should be the motivation. So that's why True Mother, emphasized so much about kyojong. So that's why, True Father said in the guidance this morning, the heart of love makes happiness eternal. The heart of love makes happiness eternal. So why eternal? Why eternal? What makes happiness eternal? What can sustain our happiness? It is because of our eternal relationship with our heavenly parents. So once we build that relationship with our heavenly parents, who is an eternal being, then eventually, no, we can feel na walang hangganan ito. This should be eternal. So what is the secret to sustain happiness in our life of faith? Because I know, in our life of faith, there will be constant challenges. Hindi palaging pataas yan. No, hindi palaging masaya. Because if the purpose why you are attending our true parents, why you are attending heavenly parents is for you to just be happy, then maybe you are in the wrong direction. No? So in our life of faith, it is always constant struggle. Diba? So it's not always up, up, up. There is also down, 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 right? Or sometimes diretso lang siya. So that's why in our life of faith, how to sustain happiness, how to maintain our happiness. That no matter what, no, very important is we need to confirm, as a person, as an individual, not because kasi masaya doon or yung kaibigan ko nandoon or yung kasi yung parents ko are members, so I need to become members also. Hindi ganun. As a person, you need to confirm by yourself your eternal relationship with God. And what is that? You need to get confirmation that God is truly my eternal parent and that I am eternal, that I am God's eternal son, eternal daughter. So once we get that confirmation, brothers and sisters, then we gain the conviction. This is my life of faith. No matter what, whether your friend who invited you or your spiritual parent who invited you run away or disappear, you are there. Or whether your parents have some kind of problems, still your faith is strong. Why? Because you yourself confirm. Based on that, you can have your own conviction that no matter what, no one can separate this relationship between parent and child. Aju? So we learned today, this morning, what is the ultimate purpose in our life of faith? Ano ba yung purpose natin? Ano ba yung pinaka-purpose natin? What is the ultimate purpose in our life of faith? Father said, at the very end, Father said, after everything else is gone, what will endure is the purpose pursued jointly. I would like to emphasize the word jointly. What will endure is the purpose pursued jointly by God and humankind. Jointly. What does it mean? common goal, common purpose. So there should be no gap between God's will and true parents' will and my will. So dapat ano yan? May consensus. No, there should be no gap between God's will, true parents' will, and our own will. So that's why understanding God's will, this makes us eternal. You still remember, True Father said, when does eternity start? Usually I share this every time we have Songwa ceremony. So when does eternity start? True Father said, eternity does not start when you die. Eternity does not start when you die. It starts from the moment you come to know God's will. So this makes us eternal, brothers and sisters. So what is our heart's final destination? True Father said, it is to live together with God. Diyan magse-settle yung heart natin. No? This is what our heart is looking for when finally we can live together with God. So what is our ultimate goal? To be able to live together with God eternally as God's perfect object partner of love. Aju? So how do we live together with God? Actually, walang shortcut dyan. Living together with God, True Father already laid conditions how to live together with God. Do you want to know? How to live with God eternally. There are conditions. First condition, participation. You need to participate. And then after participating, inheritance. Inheritance will follow after participation. Then after inheritance, then we gain equal position. No, equal position. That means, in the relationship of parent and child, it doesn't matter who is parent, who is child. We are just consumed by that love between parent and child. Equal position. Then finally, common abode or living together. So these are the four things the True Father said: participating, inheritance, then equal position, and then living together. So it starts, brothers and sisters, with participation in heaven's providence, participation in the fulfillment of Heavenly Parents' will. So we are grateful. You are here. We were witness. And then now we come to know God's will, right? And then now we are participating. You are there. We are not just audience. We are not just spectators. We are just watching the providence. We are right there. We are the actors and actresses in heavenly providence. Aju? So that's why the more we take responsibility, the more we participate in the fulfillment of Heavenly Parents' dream, of Heavenly Parents' wish, then the more we inherit. Then naturally, we can stand in equal position, and then we can live together with God. So this is building Chonilguk, centering on Hyojong. So ang motivation lahat ng ito is centering on filial heart. So that is why our goal as Chonilguk citizens, actually in our meeting yesterday with the blessed families in Asia Pacific, our vision as Chonilguk citizens should be like this. You need to be born well. Secondly, you need to live well. And then thirdly, you need to die well. So actually, this is actually very important, right? So this is our goal: how to guide humanity, how to guide people to be born well, how to live well, and how to die well. Amazing, right? Amazing. So this should be our goal in our life. This should be our goal as HTMs, guiding people, guiding families, how to be born well, how to live well, and how to die well. So let's have a very wonderful day today. Let's prepare very well for the coming Family Peace Festival. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Julius Malikdem, for the wonderful final guidance for emphasizing our vertical relationship with God and to build and practice our heart of Hyojong. Thank you so much once again. And yes, truly this day we have received a lot of inspiration, right? So yes, before we finally end our morning devotion, let's hear some news and announcements from Ateyev.
Yes, good. Thank you so much, Sister Rumi. Once again, good morning to all our leaders, brothers, and sisters. We would like to remind and invite once again our everyone for the Family Peace Festival this Sunday, May 30, 2021, 9 a.m. Manila time. To participate, please register in the link that you can see on your screen as what we received guidance this morning in order for us to uh, be counted to uh, for the fulfillment of God's will is first to participate in God's will. And I think this is the first or our chance to participate and really show to the world the vision and uh, the will of heavenly parents and true parents, right? So once again, let's support and let's invite our um, our families, friends, and our colleagues to participate in this great event this Sunday, Family Peace Festival, May 30, 2021, 9 a.m. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Atia, for updating us the event. So, yes, brothers and sisters, let's gather together and invite our family members, friends, and tribes to attend this Family Peace Festival. So, yes, to finally close our morning devotion, let's welcome Yunji Hindler Estolonia for the closing prayer.
Please join in my prayer. Good morning, our most beloved Heavenly Parents, victorious true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. We would like to express our sincerest gratitude once again for today, for allowing us to listen to the words and guidance of our true parents through our national leader. We truly hope and pray that everyone here gained something of value and inspiration to truly strengthen our life of faith. Thank you so much, Father, for all the blessings and guidance that we receive every day through this morning devotion. And may we truly use these inspirations that we gain to be victorious in our respective missions for today. And seeing how our true mother is truly investing herself as the only begotten daughter and truly fulfilling her responsibility to save all of humanity, we realize that we are truly lacking in a lot of aspects, and we are truly sorry for all of our shortcomings and limitations. So I pray, Father, that we could truly set our priorities in life properly and truly inherit the heart of our true mother and develop a sense of urgency to accomplish our portion of responsibilities. We truly hope and pray, Father, that we could practice on how to connect to our Heavenly Parents and true parents and fulfill our duty of filial piety and loyalty to truly attain eternal happiness. Thank you so much, Father, once again for everything. And I would like to offer this and pray in my name, Yunji Kindler Biastolonia, a second generation member of a blessed family, Drew.
True. So now let's have our lesson prayer. That's true. That's true. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Thank you so much to our leaders, especially our Reverend Leo Angelo Halog and Sir Julius Malikden, and to all our brothers and sisters who continuously attending this morning devotion. Thank you so much. May everyone have a great day and always stay happy, safe, and happy. Thank you so much for.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sister Ruby.
Good
Thank you so
morning.
much.
Good morning, Cavite
Our
family.
national leader, thank you so much. Our Sir Julius, thank you so much.
Good
James for
Thank you.
Sai,
Thank
thank
you,
you so
Chinil.
much for hosting our morning
Morning
devotion.
po.
Thank you.
Morning, brothers and
Thank you
sisters.
so much.
Morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
As we see before.
Morning, NLPC.
Have a blessed Wednesday, everyone.
Morning.
Kuya
Bye.
Will.
Good morning.
Hi, Kuya
Thank
Ruel, Sir
you.
Ruel, Kuya Raya. Ito po. So much. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you.